These characters have an adventure with Johan and Peewit in a 1976 Belgian film. Some of the villains troubling these characters in a television series included the witch Hogatha, the young apprentice Scrupple, and the ogre Big Mouth. Demi Lovato and Mandy Patinkin provided voices for these characters in a 2017 film in which female versions of these characters are found in a grove. Peyo created these characters, who include the sleeping Lazy, the strong Hefty, and the smart Brainy. For 10 points, name these blue creatures sought by Gargamel. And the answer is Smurfs. Ryan Merriman and Yanni Gelman portray members of Nos Animad Verto Totus Club on this show. That name means we see all. Locations on this series include the Brew, where Talia cooks, and the Radley Sanitarium, where Eddie Lamb works. The cancelled series Ravenswood was spun off of this show based on books by Sarah Shepard. Its main characters are Spencer, Hannah, Arya, Emily, and Allison. For 10 points, name this ABC Family and Freeform show about stalking and murders, which had a related web series called Pretty Dirty Secrets. And the answer is Pretty Little Liars. One of this actress's roles was a fast food worker who wins a snowboarding championship. This actress also played a literature student who marries a brilliant scientist with motor neuron disease. In a 2016 film, her character, Dr. Sienna Brooks, attempts to unleash a virus but is stopped by Robert Langdon. Another 2016 film saw her character infiltrate a base on Scarif to exploit a vulnerability her father placed into the Death Star. Jyn Erso was portrayed by, for 10 points, what star of Rogue One? And the answer is Felicity Jones. A 1980s TV series with this title starred Linda Hamilton and featured outcasts living beneath New York. In a similar 2012 series, the title characters are Katherine Chandler and Vincent Keller. A 1991 film with this title had 2 DVD sequels, The Enchanted Christmas and one about a magical world. That film begins with a curse after an exchange of a rose for shelter is refused. Dan Stevens and Emma Watson did a recent remake of, for 10 points, what story about an attractive woman and an unattractive creature? And the answer is Beauty and the Beast. Participants of this activity stopped a naked woman from vandalizing St. Luke's Church in Connecticut. 2 men walked over an Encinitas, California cliff while doing this activity. A JAMA International Medicine study estimated this activity caused thousands of distracted driving incidents in July 2016. Its participants have to go outside of North America to obtain 3 of its species, the rare Kangaskhan, Farfetch'd, and Mr. Mime. For 10 points, name this augmented reality game played on mobile devices which involves gym-trained creatures. And the answer is Pokemon Go. A 2001 television series titled The and This One Word starred Simon Baker as a lawyer doing community service. A video game featuring the Master of the Valley against a boy and Trico is titled For the Last One of These. In a different video game franchise, this is the role the player assumes to battle Vex, Cabal, and Hive. In a film franchise, this word describes characters portrayed by Zoe Saldana, Vin Diesel, and Chris Pratt. Destiny players are called, for 10 points each, what word that describes the jobs of Groot, Gamora, and Star-Lord? And the answer is Guardians. This actor starred as Garth in the 1974 film The Klansman and was the boxer Joe Gallagher in 2 NBC films. One of his pioneer chicken franchises burned in the 1992 LA riot. An Emmy nomination went to Cuba Gooding Jr. for playing this man in a 2016 series. This man claimed he was repossessing sports memorabilia when he entered the Palace Station Casino in 2007, but a jury convicted him of weapons and assault, charges for which he was paroled in July 2017. For 10 points, name this football star acquitted of murdering his wife, Nicole Brown. And the answer is O.J. Simpson. Richard Smalley taught in this city when he discovered buckyballs. Based on the stabbing of Gabriel Granillo, the novel Knife and the Butterfly is set in this city, as is Maya Banks' Sweet series. I.M. Pei designed its five-sided J.P. Morgan Chase Tower. In 1836, John Kirby and Augustus Chapman Allen settled here at Buffalo Bayou, which is now connected to Galveston by a ship channel. For 10 points, give this fourth most populous U.S. city, which was devastated by Hurricane Harvey. And the answer is Houston, Texas. This man wrote Aretha, Crystal Jukebox Queen in the book Tarantula. He collaborated with the writer Archibald MacLeish, as recalled in his memoir Chronicles Volume 1. Martin Scorsese's film No Direction Home is about this man who released the 2017 album Triplicate. This 2016 recipient of the Nobel Literature Prize performs on the Never Ending Tour. In the 1960s, the band worked with, for 10 points, what folk singer of A Hard Rain's A Gonna Fall and Like a Rolling Stone? And the answer is Bob Dylan. This athlete was fined $1,500 for swearing at Jake Garner during a 2009 event while disputing the timing of a Juan Martín del Potro challenge. In television commercials, this player swats a fly in Nike shoes, drives Mercedes vehicles, and pulls a wagon of his trophies onto a NetJet. This husband of Miroslava Vavranek is the father of two sets of twins. When this player lost to Sergei Statkovsky in 2013, it ended a streak of 36 quarterfinals or better at majors. For 10 points, name this Swiss tennis player who counts the 2017 Australian Open and Wimbledon among his 19 slam titles. And the answer is Roger Federer.